Days after instituting martial law, Thailand's army chief declares a coup. Taking to the airwaves, he asks people to remain calm, saying the military's plan is to restore the political system, which, especially to outsiders, can seem bewildering. To understand the unrest in Thailand, think tug of war. On one side, the Four Thais Party, its supporters known as Red Shirts. Yes, the contest is literally color-coded. They backed the most recent populist government and say they're fighting the undemocratic means being used to replace it. On the other side, people who wanted that government disbanded. They're comprised of Thailand's traditional ruling classes, the aristocrats and the civil service, but also members of the middle class, who are known to hit the streets wearing yellow. Why do the yellow shirts oppose the now-deposed government? There's some history here. The movement forms in 2006 to oppose then Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra. Mr. Thaksin, a telecom billionaire, had originally been elected in 2001, mostly by rural and low-income voters. He returns the favor with programs like universal health care, microfinancing for villagers, and debt relief for farmers. But he's assailed by allegations of corruption and reports that while in office, he was amassing millions of dollars. Protesters from the People's Alliance for Democracy hit the streets wearing yellow, the royal color, and accused Mr. Thaksin of disloyalty to the Thai monarchy, a more or less ceremonial seat of power. While Mr. Thaksin is on a road trip abroad, the Thai military stages a coup. His political party banned, Mr. Thaksin goes into exile and is later convicted in absentia on conflict of interest charges. So the yellow side wins? Not exactly. The military drafts a new constitution, and in 2007, lo and behold, the pro-Thaksin People's Power Party regains power, and Samak Sundaravej takes over as prime minister. The next year, civil unrest by supporters of the opposition who barricade Bangkok's airports. A constitutional court disbands the People's Power Party, accusing it of committing electoral fraud. Parliament appoints a leader from the opposition party to take over as prime minister. Soon, supporters of Mr. Thaksin take to the streets, demanding new elections. A security crackdown leaves more than 90 people dead, the vast majority of them protesters. Elections are held again in 2011, and the winner in a landslide is Mr. Thaksin's youngest sister. Yingluck Shinawatra becomes Thailand's first female prime minister. So the red shirts win? Not so fast. On May 7th, the Constitutional Court removes her for abuse of power for, the court says, improperly firing a top bureaucrat. Now, who's in charge? Members of Ms. Yingluck's government had been in office with a so-called caretaker prime minister, but that prompted protests from the opposition party and then counter-protests. Citing the worry that political violence could escalate, the army's chief terminated the caretaker government and declared it was time for the military and police to once again seize control of the situation, making it the army's 19th attempt at taking power in the 82 years since the end of absolute monarchy.